I'm not.
I mean, we've done this
I've got
18 times.
No,
Well,
but
probably
I am
118 because
not
we've taken some and had to redo it.
absolutely fine this time.
Oh, are you? Okay.
I'm just really
Excited.
yes,
Uh-huh.
and I'm laughing and I can't speak when I laugh.
Okay.
Right, but I think I'm ready.
You start, by the way.
Hi,
Hello.
welcome to our podcast.
Let's come together.
I'm Jana.
And I'm Jo.
Hi, Jo.
Hi, Jana. Where did that come from?
What is going on
I
today?
do not know.
What is going on? How are you?
Yeah, it's been a tough couple of weeks, really.
Oh gosh, I started with that last.
I know,
podcast.
yeah, but
What's
I
going
don't
on?
have anything like what you talked about last week.
Oh,
Well, it's been Mothering Sunday.
Oh.
And obviously when you have two mothers, that's kind of like, how do you do it? So we've done it various different ways, but now the way we do it is one of us gets the Saturday and one of us gets the Sunday, which basically means the whole weekend is just shit. Because when you have like a Mothering Sunday, the whole idea is that it's to celebrate the mother feels spoiled. And what tends to happen is, in my experience, the kids just play up because for some reason, the one day of the year it's not meant to be about all about them, they resent that and they just play up anyway. So yes, you might get a cup of tea in bed, but then the next thing happens, they're all fighting and everything goes tits up. And so yeah.
So did you have a nice
No,
Mothering Sunday?
no, not really. I had the Saturday.
You sound still stressed about.
Wow, it's just disappointing. You know, you look forward to it, don't you? I mean, they did tell me they loved me and I should be happy enough with that. But I just wanted a little bit of...
Love.
yeah, well, actually action
more love
behind
and action.
the
Right,
words, you
yes,
know, not just
yeah.
words. So yeah, but
Well, you should have called me and I would have come and actioned breakfast in bed for you and
thanks.
Vicky.
That's not the point. Actually, that was exactly what happened. Vicky did everything for me and I did everything for Vicky and we were both exhausted through the whole weekend and the kids just watched it happen and just played up because they weren't centre of attention.
Okay, so if you wait maybe another 10 years, things might change. It might be different.
It'll be worth it. It'll be worth it.
Definitely. I mean, for me, we were away. We were in Centre Parks with Molly's mum, which was for her belated 70th birthday.
Lovely.
And it was a Mothering Sunday as well at the same time. So kind of killed two birds with one stone. Really.
Perfect.
So it was lovely. Yeah, we had a nice meal in Centre Parks, Café Rouge we went to. And just all in all, nice day, chilled. I think she had a lovely time for Mother's Day.
That reminds me, you said kills two birds with one stone. I wanted to talk about these little sayings, Jana.
Right.
And the fact that you sometimes struggle with it being your second language to get these sayings right.
Is this because I messaged you about saying that we spilled the tea when we talk about stuff? And you said, well, that's American, but that's what I use.
Spilled the tea. I'd never even heard of it. I was like, no, it's spilling the beans or we spilt the beans.
You're British. You and your bloody baked beans.
I could not. I was like, what is she talking about? Spilled the tea. And then I went, oh, but you have another saying you say wrong as well, don't you?
I have been saying it wrong for years. It was only pointed out to me at the end of last year. I think I was trying to describe something like trying to keep my competency. So I went and done a certain job just to keep my finger in.
And that's not what we say. But now you've said it, I can't think what we do say.
You said to keep your hand in.
Oh, that's what it is. It is.
Why has no one corrected me
all these years?
All these years. And I've been saying to people...
You're keeping your finger in.
I'm keeping your... Well, not yours.
Honestly,
it's not your finger.
They're like, it's that lesbian. She's always got her fingers in.
Please, people, everybody that's listening, and you, Jo, and you know, everyone, if you hear someone that English is a second language to them, I think it's best if you correct them.
I agree, because you say it wrong for a long time. People just go, they're just weird, aren't they? They don't really...
I know,
yeah.
I hate it. And I hear other people that I know English is their second language, and they say things that are funny, well, they sound weird because...
They're just not right, yeah.
And I often laugh and they're like, well, what's up? And I say, well, this is what you should say. And then that's your choice, whether you're going to carry on saying we've been saying wrong for years or, you know, you say it properly like English do.
And the other thing I noticed, because I work for a company that majority are sort of German or other nationalities, is sometimes they just translate a saying.
Yeah.
And
we
when
do.
you translate it directly, that doesn't work either, does it? They think you've got the
Yeah.
same one, but you just haven't. It's something, and a few really funny examples of
You
that.
said something about bush or something.
Oh, so there's a saying that says, a bird in the hand
Yeah.
is worth two in the bush. Like, if you've got a bird,
Yeah.
better that than seeing one in the bush.
Yeah, that
But
makes
I
sense.
always said, because I'm a bit dyslexic, two in the bush is worth one in the hand. And I think that does make sense, because if you get two in a bush, better having that than just one in a hand. But it's just wrong. But that's what I say. Two in the bush, take it every day.
Darling, you ain't getting two in the bush
Yeah.
anytime soon, I'm telling you.
It's true.
Vicky would have a thing or two to say about that.
Yeah, you're right. There's no bushes.
Hey, have you seen Jo anywhere? Oh, she's just in the bush with the two other birds.
Yeah.
Yeah, darling.
Sorry, I
it's not
interrupted
happening.
you. You were at Centre Parks. You were having a lovely time with Mama
Oh,
Liz.
that was it, really.
Okay, but haven't you
What
been
else?
away?
Where else did I go?
Oh no, I went away with work. I went to Munich. It was lovely.
Was it?
Yeah, and do you know, someone said to me, "How was the flying?" And it was totally uneventful, which is exactly what you want flying to be. It
Yes.
worked perfectly. Got there, got home.
That's fantastic. Unlike when I went to our mini-moon and we had a flight cancelled, got another flight to go to Switzerland instead of Italy, and actually landed in France
Yeah,
because of the storm. That was horrendous.
you don't want that.
You're right.
don't
All
want
you
that.
want with the flight is get on that flight and
Uneventful.
land in the country you're supposed to.
Yeah. No surprises.
Preferably in the city you were heading for.
Yeah.
Ideal. Well done.
Which, because on that Friday, I don't know if you remember, Heathrow had basically a total close down, and I flew on the
fire,
Monday.
yeah.
So everyone said, was there problems? And I was like, no, it's the actually quickest I got through security ever.
Amazing.
Right. So those are our weeks. We had a few people that we normally say ping the pod, but this time because we're doing bees this week, I hope you all remember, have been in touch with the pod. So lovely Kathy, she went on holiday to Iceland, and she said, I heard your pod about fears and going away to countries where we're not welcome. She said, come to Iceland, you're very welcome there, and there's rainbows everywhere.
Oh.
So you've been now, haven't you?
Yeah, me and Molly went for her 30th birthday party. Yeah, we had a
party in Iceland. You mean
birthday thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was my treat to her. Took her to Iceland, and yeah, it was very welcoming. Rainbows everywhere, actually.
Did you enjoy it?
I loved it. Yeah, it was
Okay.
bloody freezing, but it was beautiful and expensive.
Yeah, that's my sister went at the same time, and that was what she said too. Okay, and then Cole, because he obviously, you'd asked him to comment on, I think it was
Dumb things, I think.
dumb things, but you sent it to an email address he hardly ever uses, and he said you've asked about pet peeves.
I didn't send it to any address. I never sent it. I think he got confused. All I do is I do it
Instagram.
on Insta.
Oh, well, anyway.
I think his Insta is connected to some weird old
address. So he said his pet peeve is when people send him emails to an email account he doesn't use. Oops.
Yep.
Peeved Colin.
Yeah.
He also said dumb things he's done. When he was doing my wedding, he was asked to be the master of ceremonies. He was just meant to introduce people, right? That's all he was meant to do. He probably spoke for half an hour. These introductions went on and on. I mean, he was hilarious. Everyone thought it was hilarious. But he was told to introduce Vicky's best woman, Steph. And he said, don't worry, it doesn't matter. I'm hard of hearing too. Because his joke was that it sounds like deaf. I mean, it wasn't funny the first time, Cole, and he said it again to you as if that's funny. You think that's funny, don't you? Oh, I'm surrounded.
Yeah. I like Cole. Thank
yeah.
you. Thank you, Colin, for pinging the pod.
Ping in the pod.
Ping in the pod. We need to find something that makes the sound of ping in the pond.
Pond? Ping the pond, everybody. So, yeah, so those were some people that got in touch. So do get in touch.
Hang on, I haven't done my people.
Yes.
I have people too, you know.
Yeah, tell me about your people.
There's Simon, and there's my wife.
And Lenka.
Lenka, she has commented on the previous pod and basically said, Jana, Jesus fucking Christ, never talk about food again.
Did she? Because you're making everybody feel fat because you don't
God,
eat.
and I hope not. That would be no. And I feel so bad because listening back to it, I'm like, yeah, I'm saying about all these healthy stuff I eat, and oh my God, cakes, who eats those? Yeah, that might come across like I'm judging people that eat cake, but I don't. People eat the cake. Please do eat as much cake as you can. I just don't. I don't like it. I don't have a sweet tooth, but I eat like a pig. You know it. You've just seen
She
me
does.
eat.
Give her a chicken and
Protein, yes.
she won't stop.
But Lenka, I do apologise. Sorry, I will never talk of food again.
Good. And she asked me, when you say you're not scared of dying, what about your children? And I'm like, yeah, I obviously, two things really. The fear of losing a child is big, but we did lose a child. So actually, you don't fear something so much that you've been through because you're like, you know what, you do survive it. And then the other part of that is, do you not fear what happens to your kids if you were to die? And actually, I'm very well insured. I said this to Vicky earlier, so they would be laughing if I was not to be here. And then Vicky turned around and said, it's not about money. We would miss you terribly.
I think she said that, yes.
She did, don't
She also said her big fear is also that she would die and you'd be left with the kids.
And what would happen to the poor kids if that happened?
Poor
I mean, they'd starve to death.
I think you would drop them off at our house
Yeah,
to start with.
Exactly.
Yeah. Or maybe just come and move in with us.
Yeah, that would work. So yeah, thanks
I hope
for
nobody's
those.
dying, but thank you.
Oh yeah, and then we said all of this in front of Emily, and she grabbed my arm and went, "Don't die." I said, "No, I won't." Not.
Which was really sweet.
Yeah.
So thank you for pinging the pod.
Yeah, keep in touch, people.
Yes, we need more people to keep in touch.
Yeah.
But it's been good.
Yeah.
So what did we say we're going to talk about today?
Bees.
Bees. Bzz. Molly likes bees. They're good for nature.
As you like.
Oh, as in burr letter, not
letter
bees.
B. No, I mean, we could talk about bees. The birds and the bees.
Molly could probably talk about bees.
A lot longer than I could. Yeah.
All I can say is they're beautiful.
Beautiful. And it's really important that you plant some areas that the bees love so that we keep the bees, because without them we don't get any flowers, and that's important.
Get some flowers in.
Yeah.
Remove those plastic grasses.
Yes. Coco.
Oh no, not him as well.
Yes.
A couple of our friends got plastic grass, and Molly, she's
not happy.
Not happy.
Let's move on.
Colin as well?
Yeah.
Well, okay.
There's a lot of plastic in that, man. Right, moving on. So when we were talking about bees, obviously one of the things that came up were boobs and bums. And I said to Jana...
Not in my head, darling.
No?
I was thinking bees and...
butterflies.
Butterflies.
She's lying. Sorry, that's very quiet. She's lying, I said. So... boobs and bums, right? This is part of what we are. As women, we have boobs and bums. Not what we are. God, that sounds awful. But we do have them.
Mostly, yes.
Yes. So firstly, check your fucking boobs, everybody. This is serious. A very, very dear friend of mine got diagnosed with breast cancer a week ago. And honest to God, she put on a sports bra and then noticed. And obviously we don't know yet everything, but the sooner you get it, the better. So just grope yourself regularly. Once a month, lie on the bed and literally press the shit out of your boobs. I don't care. Do it. And make sure if you feel anything, you just get it checked out.
Right, Joe. Yeah, that's easy said, but like I've tried this and I really struggle because like my breasts are so full of like little lumps and whatever.
Yeah, well, that's true, and various times a month
it's hard
too.
to know, what's right and what isn't. So I have had.
And
checks.
your problem will be you can feel your fucking ribs because you're so bloody skinny.
I'm not skinny.
Well, muscles and things.
Yes, I'm not definitely not skinny, darling. But thank you.
Well, you'll
Is that you trying to tell me I've lost weight?
No.
Oh, okay.
Well, because you haven't, but you've put on muscle, so that's what you're doing at the moment is lots of muscle.
So basically, when I check my breasts, it's all just muscle.
Yeah, so you don't know.
Yeah,
but you'd know if it was different. That's what I'm telling
I
you.
never did. I don't. I guess if it was
Well,
like
you've not had breast
majorly,
cancer, so how do you know that you wouldn't?
No, but like there's things I can feel, and when doctor checked them, they I had scans and whatever, and I've got cysts which a lot of us have,
Oh,
but they said keep an eye on them, and I'm like, but I don't even remember where they are.
that's harsh.
I think I found one.
Oh God.
Ow. But then I'm also about to get
I
periods.
don't think
so
everybody. Well, period time.
yeah,
Wait till after your
ow,
period.
that hurts. Ow. Anyway, check your boobs. She's
Yeah.
absolutely correct. But
And
that's
I
not
don't think everybody has cysts. I think you're special there.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, thanks. Well, I've got to be special for something. Keep an eye on it. I actually need to book myself in because it's been quite a few years since I had a follow-up scan. So
And do that. Do that now. When you next leave this room.
I'm just ringing them. Okay, not now.
No,
All right,
okay,
when we
okay.
finish. That's not what we were going to talk about.
No.
But it is very important.
It is. It reminded me that we had to talk about.
Well done.
So when we said boobs, no, you said B, and I went to boobs and bums in my head.
Because you're
Like,
a filthy,
I
filthy girl.
I wanted to ask you, it's true, whether you're a boob woman or a bum woman. And then I went, actually, can I even say that? That's so sexist. Are we allowed to talk about this?
I think so. I think between friends and family and whatever, like, why
I
can't
wouldn't
I
cat
ask?
whistle somebody down the road
No, and I actually don't go around the streets and look.
at people's boobs and bums. No,
But I mean, if they're there,
exactly.
I mean, it's hard. I mean, you'd be lying if you said you never look when someone's walking past you, and you, and they.
Clock, they've got an amazing ass. Yeah, I mean, I have done that once or twice.
It's hard, but I mean, I don't perv over it.
No, I go,
see it and I go,
athletic, beautiful bum. Good for
appreciate,
you.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I don't start following them.
No.
You know?
Although we did do, obviously, that whole thing about the fact we were both at one point stalkers. But that wasn't about the physical.
Bumps or breasts.
No, it was about the person at the time.
Absolutely.
Okay. But are you a boob or a bum woman?
I'm scared to say anything now. I'm very impartial
Oh.
to either.
You'll take whatever you can get.
No, I'm like, it's all about the beauty of
the person.
Yeah. No, seriously.
Well, that is true. But I mean, if you were seeing someone walk past, would you be more likely to go, whoa, beautiful, if you saw a great set of breasts or a great butt?
Probably breasts.
Oh,
probably.
really?
Yeah, probably breasts. But also legs.
Oh, a leg's your thing.
Yeah.
But that would be like shapely, not masculine, muscular legs, or would that be thin pins?
Muscular, definitely. That's how I met my PT.
Oh,
Not the colour one.
You perved at her legs.
Literally.
Run.
Sorry, Rube. Sorry. It's absolutely true though. So I've been going to this gym,
Yeah.
leisure centre, for years and years and years. And
Perving on people.
No, not at all. I'm in the zone, don't see anyone.
Just
Everyone that works there never spoke to me. Probably because I had that resting bitch face.
Yeah, resting bitch face.
Is that what you call it?
Yeah.
So no one ever spoke to me, right? None of the people that
RBF.
work there. There you go. But one day I was on this machine and these pair of legs walked past me.
And you went,
And I
shut the
double
front
take.
door.
Yes, double take. I'm like, what the fuck? Who is this? And if they work here, if they're personal trainer, I am signing up. Literally. And I looked out, I was like, ooh, hello.
So you started to get out of your zone and talk.
I was like, I ain't going to wait for her to say hi. I'm saying hi. So I was like, hi. And she's like, hello. And she was so friendly, wonderful, amazing. I started a chat. And of course, she was a personal trainer. I'm like, please, can you sign me up? Like, I think a person that looks like that obviously know what they're doing. They know what they're talking about. Surely that's where I want to put my money.
That is such a load of shite. They will probably have a body type that means they do nothing to get that pair of legs.
Oh, my, are you serious?
Yes.
Not Ruby. Gosh, she works so hard.
Okay,
That's
so there is
unfair.
exception, but just that you can't assume just because somebody looks amazing that they've worked really hard at it, because there are some people that just are luckily born with this incredible muscular skeleton, and then there's a lot of people.
You're not just born with a muscle. You're not going to keep your muscle if you're not moving. You've got to be doing at least something.
Yeah. All right, but just because if you do everything they do doesn't mean you're going to look like them.
No, because there's so many different body types, of course.
Yeah.
But if you
That's why I've given up. That's all I'm saying.
if you're going to gym 5 times a day, having proper rest days and eating
5 times a day? I think you've got that one.
5 times a week.
Okay.
Having a couple of rest days, because you have to, and eating the right food, having the right nutrition, eating protein, you can achieve a lot, even when you think you can't.
Right, so
Anyway,
everybody,
that's the one talking.
Jana is doing this at the moment, like militantly. I will check out her pins in the summer and I'll let you know how they're looking. Because at the moment, she's wearing a pair of jeans, I can't tell you. But when she gets her shorts on, I'll let you know.
The thing is, we're all different. So I lose weight.
Oh, now
and
you're
gain...
justifying what you're going to look like in your shorts. Come on.
Yes, I am. I lose weight and gain muscle easier on top half. My thighs, my legs struggle. They're the last thing to go.
Yeah.
A lot of women struggle losing
With
it around their
belly fat,
waist.
that's me.
But I'm not too bad. I do okay.
Yeah, okay.
Anyway, doesn't matter about me.
Anyway, we're going to talk about body image, but we seem to have got there anyway.
Yeah, exactly. All I was trying to say is that I don't remember what I was trying to say, but that's how I met Ruby. And actually, she is the one that really supported me through like getting my head around how it all works and just giving me this like want to be stronger and gave me the confidence to do what I want to do, and I feel so much better for it.
And you still with Ruby? No, you've gone to a different...
No, she went off and had a bloody baby.
Oh, Ruby. Straight and well. Oh.
I really, really miss her. It was, we had some great sessions together, and she really...
Those were gym sessions, everyone.
Gym sessions. But she's now had a cute little baby.
Okay.
So she's taken some time away. So at the moment, I've got a different one. She's also very good. Good legs.
Do you ever use male trainers or always women?
I happily would, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I would. I don't care. And I wouldn't necessarily only use a personal trainer that looks amazing, because actually both of my PTs, so Ruby and the current one, Kim, they do like bodybuilding competitions. So, they have worked hard to look the way they do.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously that's why I thought, well, she must know about nutrition and this and that.
Yeah,
that's why I signed up with her. But that doesn't mean if I saw a man or another woman that hasn't got pure muscle, that I wouldn't sign up with them. Because like you say, not everyone can achieve quite a good muscle.
Yeah, not everyone's going to be a bodybuilder.
But depending on, their attitude, how they are, this is when you sign up with people because they're friendly, they know what they're talking about, But with Ruby, it was like, I saw the legs, I'm like...
You're in.
I'm in.
Okay,
good.
Well, I am definitely a bottom person. And I always wondered, and again, Joe theory, bing! I have pretty big boobs. I think I'm a D. And I do not like the fact I've got big boobs. If I could have a breast reduction, which obviously I can, and I've said to Vicky often, I would quite like to, because I think I could have been, and here's the randomness that Charlotte would piss herself at, I could have been an international sports person if I'd had less boobs. I feel my boobs have held me back.
Have they?
I feel so. I can't tell you what sport.
They held you back or pulled you down? Or which
well, black eyes.
Depends, were you swimming or,
whatever.
drowning because of them? Or?
I just felt like they were,
in your way,
in the point where you just, puberty comes. I didn't want to be doing some of the sport because it was too bouncy and too, I feel I'm a bit hunched shoulders because I've got boobs. Anyway, so I think because of that, I value boobs less. And that isn't to say that occasionally I didn't go, wow, when somebody has... Yeah, don't worry, not looking at you. But anyway...
I was looking at my Mikey tit.
Oh, literally. But a really athletic bottom will make me go, whoa, but not in the point where I would then think that person, I'd want to talk to them or anything. I'd just be like, good for you, move on, because it is about the person, not the body. But I'm a bottom person.
You're
not
a bottom person.
Boob person.
Right. To me, it's always been about like, I appreciate when people are fully dressed and covered up and I don't see much. I like to leave things to imagination.
Right.
I love that. I think sometimes when there's too much on show, it kind of puts me off. It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah.
But then if I do see a nice cleavage and, it's not too much like in your face.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. I'm not talking naked. I'm talking normally.
That. Right.
Wrapped. Right, let's move. Right. So we talked about bodies and boobs. And then the other thing we were going to talk about, because B, obviously, the first thing that should have come into our head was
Bisexual.
Bisexual.
Being bisexual.
How do you feel about the term bisexual?
Fine. Why are you looking at me like that?
No.
I am not.
No.
At least
Did you ever think you might be?
Yeah. I don't know, because I had some boyfriends when I was young, which isn't quite your case, is it?
No.
No, but I did have boyfriends. So the thing is, does that still make me bisexual? Because I don't have any feelings, but I did have relationships and stuff with men.
I don't know.
But I'm not. I'm just a lesbian now.
Right. I was just a confused lesbian. And I guess that's my point. When I was young and people often said to me, I'm bisexual, I sometimes felt like, are they really bisexual or are they gay, but just haven't dealt with the inner homophobia to actually say, I'm gay, deal with it, that's who I am. And they're saying, well, no, I might be able to go back to men, I'm bisexual. And that's how I felt at the time. But now I'm older, I think there are definitely people that seem to be able to swing between. So they'll go out with a guy and then they'll go out with a girl and vice versa.
Yeah, there's definitely people that like both, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what bisexuality is about.
Yeah, so we can accept
Attracted
that.
to either male or female. And I think it's wonderful. I hate it when people sometimes say, oh, that's just greedy.
Yeah.
You could say that when you like a slag and go out with like, as a man with so many men or as a woman with so many women. Like, what's the difference? I mean, but because you're bisexual doesn't mean you're going out with all
lots of people,
man and a woman at the same time. You're just, whatever you fancy.
Yeah, I think that's jealousy when people say it's greedy.
I know.
But we were looking at this and I was surprised that bisexuality now has a large number of names. Okay, 3. So also they refer to pansexual as being bisexual. And I guess pansexual is a subsection of bisexual, because pansexual means you're attracted to the person and it doesn't matter if they're male or female. So obviously you have to be attracted to both, because that's what the pansexual means. And then the other one, which Jana can't find now.
I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, I found boner.
Yeah, not relevant to this at this point. Well, it might be relevant, but it was bromantic.
No, it's not bromantic. That's biromantic.
No,
this is different from bisexual.
No, but it's biromantic, relating to people who are romantically attracted to more than one gender.
Yep. But
this is different from bisexual, because a person can feel romantically attracted to someone that is desiring a more intimate emotional connection without necessarily physical. Oh, so bromantic is a bisexual that's not into sex.
Biromantic.
Oh, whatever.
Bromantic, I think you're trying to think of bromance, which is something that Simon suggested. That we talk about, but we don't really know much about bromance.
Well, I watch Welcome to Wrexham, which is a TV show about a football club in Wales. And in there they talk about it because there's these 2 very famous guys, Rob and Ryan Reynolds and Rob. And they talk about that, they've got a bit of a bromance. So it's basically good friends and allowing to actually have emotions when you're a male, isn't it? With another man.
Without sex.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we won't talk about it, Simon. Don't worry. We won't go there.
I know.
I think it's basically guys having a friendship, which is like what girls' friendships, women friendships are, because you're allowed emotions and talk to each other and actually enjoy each other's company, I think.
Yes, but what do we call it when there's 2 girls?
Friendship.
Cis-mans?
No, because I think you're allowed to be emotionally connected
Really?
with your female friends. That's okay. But with the men, the assumption is you don't do that when it's ridiculous and you should be able to. So then they call it a bromance.
Oh my goodness.
They need a word.
Ridiculous.
Yes, ridiculous.
Oh dear. Okay.
Were we going to talk about books?
Well, yeah. So, other than Simon, my friend Claire got in touch. She's been listening and she's really enjoying the pod, and we are super grateful. And when we posted about giving us ideas for B, she has sent quite a few.
Ooh, thank you, Claire.
Thank you, Claire.
Because we didn't have any.
Yeah.
We were stuck on boobs, or I was stuck on bums.
I love this one. She sent bath or shower.
Oh.
100% bath for me. Love it. Love in the cold, especially when it's cold outside. Come home, bubbles, Epsom salt, loads of bubbles, hot water. I mean, hot. Like you could boil an egg in it. I absolutely love it.
Oh, wow.
I will be in there for 15, 20 minutes, right?
Yeah.
And then Molly, like, sometimes goes in after me because, you know, why not? And she can't get in because it's still hot, too hot for her.
Oh, wow. So you've come out and the water's still too hot
Yep.
to her. See, I think, again, this is my boobs problem. If I go in a bath, unless the water is up to my neck, my boobs are getting cold. So I tend to have to
Do they
use...
float?
Well, they do. They're very pert. So I have to get a flannel and literally keep putting the flannel in the water to lay it on my chest to keep my chest warm.
Oh,
Otherwise I
bless
get cold. So I would
you.
go shower probably.
Have you tried to turn around and be on your front?
Oh, God. This is the problem with big boobs. You can't ever lie on your front because it hurts.
Oh my God, how big are they?
I mean, huge.
I mean, can I touch?
No! Sorry. Look, I've broken the internet.
Oh, the sound's gone off.
And I wear bras that hide them as much as possible because they're just annoying. They're just
They're beautiful.
Yeah.
They're beautiful.
I
as
think
long
Vicky's
as
a
they're
boob woman, by the way, so that's good.
Right. The other thing she mentioned, our Claire, is body language.
Now, I did want to come to this one, actually, because a few months ago, no, it's weeks, it's not that long ago, we went to an 80s disco. You might have seen the outfits, and I hope you realised.
You are not going there.
I'm so
you
going.
are not going there.
Body language, right?
You forgot to talk about it in the last one.
Yeah,
you said you would, and you forgot. I was like, yes. But you're going there.
Yeah, because it was Dee and we were doing dancing. So I would like you to imagine we're on a dance floor. We've all had a bitch drink, because why wouldn't you? 80s. I mean, we couldn't back in the 80s. Well, you couldn't because you were 10, but I think I was at least 20.
Yep.
Anyway, when I'm on a dance floor, because I remember dancing when I was younger and being scared again that anyone's going to realise I might be looking at the women in the room, I look down and I dance with myself.
And you did on that night.
Yeah, that's what I do. I dance with myself. And then I look up and there is Jana strutting over to anybody that will give her eye contact and dancing in their space. I admired it.
You noticed?
I noticed and I thought, don't come near me because I don't like people in my dance space. Body language, man, you are happy to share yours.
They loved it.
Everybody. It's true. And you had a great time and they had a great time. But it's just weird that you feel so confident in that dance floor.
It's weird that it is, because I don't feel like I'm that much of a dancer.
Yes, you are, because dancing is about feeling it. And baby, did you feel
Oh. Yes. Did I move my hips all over the place?
Yeah,
Oh my
there was,
God. I had a
everything
few
was
drinks.
gyrating.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, well, that's how I dance. It's weird because I first time I went dancing, I think I was like 17. And I didn't know what to do. So I never went again. And then when I came to UK, my friends took me to a couple of like clubs, and that's where I kind of started moving. And it took me a while to be confident. And then I become confident and I'm like, woohoo!
I think she got overconfident, people. No, it's just that topic of that. I think it's you weren't doing anything. You were just literally happy to make eye contact, smile at people, dance with them. And I just find that whole thing weird, because when I was going to clubs, I was in that homophobic, don't let anybody know who I am place, and I still dance like that. But I love dancing, by the way, so I'm quite happy dancing with myself.
And you were brilliant, absolutely brilliant. You were hilarious, honestly. And yeah, I had a good time. I think everyone around us had a good time.
Yeah.
I like people to join in, and
they did.
Yeah, they did.
Okay, so body language. Anything else on body language?
Well, yeah, important, isn't it? Like, it's funny how you can like trick people with the body language. So I did my Women in Wessex talk last week.
Yes.
I did. Like, oh my God, that was so weird, because it was the busiest turnout ever to the ones I've been to. I come in and there's like this room full of women. And I'm like, oh my God. And I'm doing the talk. And I was first up. I have never been so nervous. I prepared really well. I had good slides. You know,
You were ready.
I was ready, but I was so nervous. And then I just kept thinking, just stand there, proud, chest out, you know.
Damn right.
Pretend like you know, like what you're doing, that you've done it before. And, You saw the photo I sent you, and you said, "Yeah, you look." What did you say?
So confident. She had
Yeah.
her elbow on the lectern and she was literally strutting her stuff. And it's half of it is like fake it till you make it,
Oh
baby.
yeah, and
Amazing.
do you know what? I don't know. Like I felt so. I was shaking on the inside. Like I was so
Nobody
nervous.
knows that.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I think I did good with the body language there. And although I don't think I did my best, everyone loved it. So that's all I care about. And yeah, it does make the difference when you're standing there. Like take that deep breath and
Own it.
Like own it. Yeah.
And I think it's that topic that if they don't feel that you're nervous, even though you are, but they're not nervous, and you enjoy listening to something if you don't have to worry about nerves.
So Claire actually says that 55% of our communication comes via our body language and not actually the words we use.
Wow. How can we be more mindful at that is the question.
Yeah.
Well, they were saying, right, when you're talking to somebody or listening is on 3 levels. One level, you're actually hearing the words. The second level, you're feeling the emotion. And the third level, you're kind of in sequence with the person to the point where it's a communication almost just with the bodies. The words aren't even needed. And I've never got to that third level. I don't know what they're talking about. But I think that's a lot to do with the body language, where you're able to give off the vibes through your body that you're interested, you're listening, you understand, you're connecting. Yeah. So I think it's really important. And they say, when you walk into an interview almost, they make the decision within the first 10 seconds or something ridiculous. And all of that can only be on things like body language because there's no time for you to talk.
Can you fake it till you make it?
I honestly believe you can.
Because so walk in for an interview, stand tall, put a smile on, whatever, but then when you get a job and you're not like that, it's not gonna work.
And there's the problem. Don't fake it unless you are willing to live with the consequences. It's great when you're presenting because you're 20 minutes, but if you are pretending to be something you're not, don't live with that.
No,
just
it's
be
hard,
who you are.
Yeah.
Authentic is very important.
Absolutely.
But things like body language, they're saying that if you're trying to make a connection with somebody, you should kind of mirror their body language. It's how you are able to they feel like this person really gets me because, they lean forward, you lean forward. They lean back, you lean back. That can look a bit weird as well. So just be mindful.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, I like that. What else she said? Boundaries. Anything? Do you have anything on that?
Oh God, I've got 2 kids. I spend my life trying to create boundaries and making them live with them. They need them. We all need them to feel safe, but we all push them and we all have to deal with constantly keeping those boundaries in place. So no, I don't want to talk boundaries.
Oh, fair enough. Let's go back to some words we found when we were looking for other gay B words.
B's for...
Oh my God, did it come up with some strange list of things that we were like, what is this? So we've got baby dyke.
I like that one. We used to refer to baby dykes when there would be a new young'un on the scene.
So cute. And we've got some... I thought it was a baby gay, but I said baddie. Is it baddie?
Oh yeah, it does. I saw baby gay too. Baddie gay.
We
Someone
just do
who just come out and are very naive about the whole gay thing. Oh no, it is meant to say a baby gay.
That's a spelling mistake.
Oh look, that's baddie gay is something.
So we've got baby
very
dyke,
baby gay.
That's neither of us. We're quite old dykey.
Yeah, middle-aged dyke.
And then we've got things like, I can't even say that. That's so bad.
No, not doing that.
Right, we're not doing that one. But there was stuff like...
it's a lot of male sexual things, let's be honest.
Like a thing is a beach.
Bitch
is a thing.
Yeah, but it's a gay man who frequents the beach and resorts for sexual encounters and cruising.
Jeez.
Who knew?
We know bears.
Oh yeah.
I know a few I've met.
But it's a male thing as well, isn't it?
It is a male thing, but that's okay. We can talk about males.
Yeah, well, yeah, but it's a male, gay, hairy. They like the whole sort of big, buxom man.
Masculine.
Yeah.
So not many of these actually refer to anything.
No, women at all. Bi-curious.
Yeah. So that's an individual who typically identifies as gay.
or straight, but wants to know what it's like to be the other.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, I know. But there was one we found. What was it? It was really interesting. We both stopped.
Oh, but that was interesting. A Biff is a bisexual female. I've never heard that before.
Biff.
Biff.
And yeah, it was the Brighton Pier.
Oh, Brighton Pier.
Cockney slang for
queer.
learn something new every day.
I love a Brighton Pier, me.
I have never heard that before, and I absolutely love that.
No, I do like that.
I do. Brighton Queer.
Yeah.
Brighton Queer? I already fucking got it wrong. Brighton Pier.
Oh, yeah. I heard that you got it right.
Yeah, and then we've got blowjob again. Why is
We're
that
not
even,
talking blowjobs.
Exactly, we're
boner.
not allowed none of that. So really, there wasn't that many words.
Boiler?
So,
what's a boiler?
what is a? No, it's a broiler.
Oh, broiler. A chicken that has passed it. Oh, it's been on the scene for too long.
Oh my God.
Who knew? I'm thinking again, that's a gay man. Well, I suppose it could be a woman. Been on the scene a long time. Never settles down, just sit around.
Honestly, some of these words, I will not even read them. But I quite like bulldyke.
Yeah.
Frightening, ominous lesbian. Do you
We've
think
all
that's
been
me? Am I a bulldyke?
No. Oh, come on. Put that away.
You just read the next one.
Yeah, I
didn't you?
did. Right.
Okay, so I think we're good. So we're very grateful to Claire
Claire.
for sending some sensible things.
But she did ask about books, and we didn't get there. Do
Books,
you
yeah.
read?
I do. I do. I do. I
Comics?
have been. No.
Back of toilet doors? I mean, what are you talking?
I read. This is embarrassing.
Right, what do you read?
I read some nice. No, every book I read is nice, and I read some serious books and stuff. I think the latest one I read was the one from is it Adam K? No, not Adam K. Oh, what's his name? This is going to hurt.
Oh, no,
He's a doctor.
Oh, okay. The one with
Adam-
the babies, and then he's
Yeah.
like a working a. Fucking hell, this is hard work. Not a midwife, but he's a
Gynecologist.
Yeah, gynecologist.
Not geologist.
No. Gynecologist.
Gynecologist. Absolutely perfect book. Read both of them. I love it. But to be honest, I normally read lesbian novels.
Do you?
I love them. They are raunchy. They are saucy. They are like, you can just switch off. You can enjoy and then go to sleep. I love it. I love a good lesbian novel.
Yeah, I mean, occasionally I'll read a lesbian novel, but I don't really finish a lot of them because I feel they're a bit samey, keep getting the same sort of sex, and it's just like, but I've read a few. That's
Do you do audiobooks?
I do audiobooks for management books. So I listen to some of these ones about, leadership styles and design your life. I'll do those on audiobooks. Fiction, I quite like to read myself. I don't know why, but I feel like my imagination goes to better places when if someone else is reading it to me, I feel like they're directing me. I don't know why, but that's the way it is. I love a good book, but I find it nowadays, I often take a book to bed and I can only read a couple of pages, and unless it really captures me, I very rarely get past a few pages, and then it sits there for a couple of months. And
I see.
But there were a couple of really good ones that I read the last couple of years. One was, I'm going to have to edit all of this because I can't remember any of the names because that's a problem. But one was all about a woman that in the 1800s was basically was making poisons to support empowering women. So when women had husbands that were beating them, or whether, there was some situation happening, that was really cool because it jumped between nowadays and the past. And another one was about a woman that decided that she really hated her life. And I think she'd committed suicide, but she was there. She was in intensive care, and she kept going back to the Midnight Library, because that's what it's called, Midnight Library. And she was able to take her life again. But like those sliding door moments where you take left or right, she kept taking the other. And every time you think, oh, well, that would have been the perfect life. But actually, what she works out is the life she had is the one she was meant to have, and she just needs to get it back on track. And it was amazing. I really
Sounds
loved
good.
that book. Yeah.
I imagine you don't read much these days at all.
No, bloody
Yeah.
knackered kids.
Bless you. We need to get you a good book that you won't be able to put down.
Exactly. I do remember once I was reading Harry Potter on the bus going to work, and I looked up and I'd missed my bus stop by about 3, and I had to go, oh, quick, back. But anyway, that's a good book.
Fantastic. Maybe I'll read that one.
Midnight Library.
Yes, Midnight. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
That's just come to you.
No, I said it when you were looking at your phone.
Oh, I wasn't.
Don't worry about it. Right, so we were at 45 minutes.
What was it called?
Yeah, Midnight Library. For God's sake.
Listen, you can't tell me off.
I will never.
When we were at table earlier, having dinner, and then little one was allowed to have some Easter eggs. You got up to get her Easter eggs.
Yep.
You walked away, came back 5 seconds later with a Magnum.
Yeah. It's not an Easter
forgot.
egg. I got distracted. In my head, I was thinking, I'm going to get her a Magnum. And then all of you guys agreed that she'd get mini eggs. And I went away. And I obviously, in my head, hadn't agreed to that because I just went straight to the Magnum. And that's what I gave her.
So forgive me that I forgot what you said about
Fair
the book.
enough,
I still
fair
got
enough.
midnight something.
Midnight. Right. So any other B's, please, Jana?
I think we're done with the bees, don't you think? Have you got any more?
Bugger off.
Wow, you are not very friendly today. Is that because of the Mother's Day?
No, I was just thinking of a bee.
A
Bugger
bee?
off.
Bugger off. Oh, I see.
I thought it was funny.
Sure.
But you gave me loads of other good ones.
Did I?
Yes. You sent some through. Bleeding.
Oh,
Did we want to talk about bleeding? Because
I
we as
think-
women have to
yeah.
deal with that.
And I'm literally sitting here thinking, am I?
Oh, see? Honestly, I had a situation once where I turned up at a squash game, and then as I got there, realised I started my periods, and there was loads of my friends. We were all having like a round robin squash, and I was like, what do you do? I didn't have anything with me. There wasn't. So I thought, I know what, I'll just stick some tissue in my pants. Well, how many of us have done that?
Yep.
When you're playing squash, it's not a good idea because you run around, you get hot and sweaty, and the tissue fell out on the floor.
Oh, no,
people.
that never happened to you.
It did. Squash court, floor.
Oh, my God.
People watching, people. Luckily, they were all friends, and we've laughed about it since, I think.
That is horrendous.
But, I mean, how often does this happen? I'm a woman every month, but every month I go, oh, no. And then we do this whole tissue thing.
Yeah, so, like, I try to have stuff, Tampax and pads and everything, like every bag and in the car and everywhere I go. But guarantee when I actually get it, I'm actually nowhere near any of those bags.
I know.
The car or the jacket.
It's
where
so
it is.
annoying.
It's like, yeah, where's the menopause? Like,
I know. I mean, I've got all of the symptoms of the menopause and still have a flipping period
have you?
that's irregular and catches me out every month.
It's weird, isn't it? I mean, we don't really need it now, do we? Why do we still have to bleed? And do you know, like, I never understood, like, how can you trust someone that bleeds for days and doesn't die? How? Like, that's not normal, right?
Well, you so didn't go to biology lessons. It's absolutely normal. Have you not worked
I
out?
know your body is shedding the baby stuff, whatever.
Well, it's your womb, actually.
Well,
There's no
yeah,
babies
but
anywhere
the
near.
stuff that would be for the baby, but it's not.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I'm not stupid.
No.
But also, I was talking to a friend about this because you think when you bleed you bleed a lot. It looks like
Yeah, it
you
does.
bleed
It
a
feels-
lot, right?
yeah,
But
yeah.
it really isn't normally, on average. It really isn't that much.
It's enough to ruin a few pairs of good pants,
Oh
let
my
me
God,
tell you.
yeah, I know. It seems like a lot. But you know what it's like when you cut your finger and it bleeds, like there's a lot of blood. But
Yeah.
actually, you're not losing litres of stuff.
No,
are
no,
you?
no. I mean, it's not like I feel faint. I mean, I know people that used to get really dodgy when they had their period, but most people, it comes and goes each month and you don't really notice it. I mean, always the first day there's that stomach ache that means I have to take something, but that's about it.
Horrible stuff.
Yeah.
But, you know.
Do you get all bloated before?
Yeah.
That's what you're feeling
So actually, if
right
you
now.
saw me a couple of days ago, you'd be like, wow, you're looking good. Today, I'm like water retention and bloated and like, because I know it's coming and you're body just, ugh.
Do you know, it's funny you say that. If ever in the month I suddenly go, oh, I'm feeling really skinny, I go 10 seconds later, oh, and my period started. I literally, like, the morning my period starts is the morning of the month. I go, I think I might have lost a bit of weight. And then I go, oh, no, there's my period. Yeah.
It's a nightmare. As a woman, it's difficult. It can be, but, you know.
And the frustration is, if you're a gay woman that knows you're never going to have children, you're a bit like, I know. I should have just had the switch that I could, but it's the most incredible thing that just this once a month bleeding means that we can carry a child.
And some women, I think, mostly straight, I'd say they have the stuff, is it a coil?
Oh, when they're stopping them.
It's a contraception, but also stops your period?
You can have a hormone coil that does that. Yeah. They give you hormones to stop your period, yeah.
I just couldn't do that. I just feel like, surely if that is what your body should go through, you need to let it go through that. That's how I always felt. Like,
is this a Jana theory? Because this is when we'll get doctors pinging the pod saying, tell Jana, you don't have to shed the lining of the womb. That's okay if you're not going to have a baby in it. Probably. I mean, I don't know either. I'm no doctor.
But it's like a natural thing and you artificially stopping it. Do you know what I mean? Like a lot of stuff.
I'm sure there are hundreds of things, though, that are natural that we artificially stop. I mean, let's be honest. A natural thing is birds flying in the sky, not aeroplanes. But we put aeroplanes in the sky.
Yeah, it's almost the same thing. My period and a fucking British Airways plane.
I couldn't think of anything. I couldn't think of anything else with the body.
Oh, I've had a friend once who got a period on the flight and had nothing and fell asleep and woke up, blood everywhere. I would have died. Bless her.
That is
horrendous.
Awful. I mean, don't share the stories, people, because I'm sure you've got them. But I'm sure my squash court is actually not as bad as what it could have been.
It's quite embarrassing.
It is quite embarrassing. Absolutely, it's awful.
Horrible. Isn't it?
Yeah. We'll move on. So I think we've covered it.
I think we've done really, did beat justice.
I think we bloody busted that one out of the ballpark.
Absolutely. I think we should end. Actually, we should. No, we will end this in a second. But there's this one-liner, the joke. You know the dad jokes you have.
Yeah.
I've had this in my head for like the last 3 pods.
Right.
And I always want to do it, and I always forget. So can I do it?
Yeah. Go.
It's got nothing to do with the bee.
Oh, okay. Fair.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
It's just a friend, Sally. My friend Sally. She told me ages ago. She said, "Have you used it yet?" I'm like, "No, because I forget."
Right, go.
Right, I'm ready.
We've waited 3 pods for this, people. Come on, this is going to be good.
Oh my God, the pressure! Right, ready? What do you call potato with a penis?
A man.
Dictator.
I like that.
Is it good?
Dictator. Yeah.
Yeah. Dictator.
Okay.
Yeah. Did I do justice? Did I fuck it all up?
No, I think the timing was...
You didn't like it.
Good.
Okay. With that, I think we should finish with quite a few. Be happy. Be positive.
Be yourself.
Be you. I like that.
Yeah.
Be respectful. Be someone that listens to this pod every time a new one comes out.
Exactly. And ping the pod and be present, people. Don't let life pass you by.
Absolutely. On that note, it's been a pleasure as always.
Loved it. Thanks, Jana.
This is goodbye from Banana.
And it's goodbye from Jo.
Bye.
See ya.
When I say banana, this is when you should have come with a name that starts with B.
Oh.
Bo.
Bitch. Bitchy Bo. Buggering off.
Bye.
Bye.